In today's episode, we're going to be reacting to some of the strangest videos that I could find on TikTok. Let's get into it.
The howl of a dire wolf hasn't been heard on planet Earth for more than 10,000 years. That's because the species is extinct, or was. Colossal Biosciences is a Dallas-based company that's using genetic engineering to de-extinct long-gone species. And this is the first time Colossal's dire wolf pups, who are now 6 months old, have been seen by the public.
We thought this was a really cool way that we could create value, create impact, inspire people, and then also hopefully thoughtfully rewild some of these species.
If some of this genetic tinkering feels familiar, it's because Hollywood has been here first. And spoiler alert, we all know that didn't end well.
When you're playing with nature, nature usually wins. Nature is much more complicated than the ability of our brains to understand it.
But the team at Colossal says their mission to restore extinct species is also about stopping the disappearance of endangered ones today.
We should be giving ourselves the opportunity to see what our big brains can do to reverse some of the bad things that we've done to the world already.
I looked into this to see how they did it exactly, and from what I can find out, they took the DNA from 2 existing fossils so that they could better sequence the animals' genomes, and then they took a gray wolf cell, which they say is about 99.5% identical to a dire wolf's, and they manipulated that cell until it matched the dire wolf's version of DNA. That's pretty crazy stuff. It amazes me that we're able to work on that level. I'm not saying it's a good thing to do, but I'm saying it's pretty fascinating that we're capable of doing that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about all this.
Her name is Carla Elliott, and she experienced a shift in reality, almost a crossing of timelines. For those who believe in it, and for even those who don't, listen to what she has to say, because the emotion in her voice when she is speaking about a certain moment of her life, you can feel and hear that pain. But the question remains, what is going on? Could timelines overlap? Is this a moment of deja vu? Maybe wishful thinking? Or is this something we don't understand yet? Take a look at this. Listen to what she has to say. Comment below.
When I tell you I just had the weirdest experience of my entire damn life at Walmart, I'm not joking. I had to literally get the hell up out the store. I left my stuff there and I took off. I came home as quick as I could. I want to know what the hell is going on with these timelines and shit, because something ain't right. I've experienced glitches before, but I've never experienced a glitch like this. I'm going to show you guys a picture of me when I was younger and what my kids looked like. This was like 15 years ago. Okay, I want you to look at this picture, because this picture of me, that is my signature haircut. That is the haircut that I get. Every time I chop my hair off, that is the haircut I get. It is that haircut that is stacked in the back and it comes to the front. That's my haircut. My kids will tell you that is my haircut. And what makes this even crazier is I was just talking to Babe the other day, telling him I was going to cut my hair off and I was going to get that haircut. Like that exact haircut. So I'm at Walmart and I'm shopping and I'm minding my own business. I do shopping, window shopping, to kind of like get my me time in, just kind of like time for myself, right? So I'm not really paying attention to what's going on around me. I'm in the clothing section and I'm looking at the clearance aisle. I just kind of feel a little bit funny, so I stop shopping and I look up and I look kind of to the left of me. My jaw drops, y'all. Tell me why I saw me and my kids from like 15 years ago standing literally 10 feet away from me. Like, what? No, it wasn't nobody else that I was mistaken for, me and my kids. It was us from like 15 years ago. I had that same haircut that I just showed you, but they looked like this. Like I was too stunned to do anything. All I could do was sit there and watch her. Watch me? Us? I don't know. But the even crazier part is there was a boy that was with us. He was a little bit older than my oldest daughter, and the craziest part about that is I had a miscarriage when I was 18. And I knew it was a boy. But I sat there for like 2 seconds and I watched them and they looked so happy. And then reality hit me and I realized like what the fuck is going on, and it scared me and I just took off. But what's crazy to me is There was 3 kids there, so I don't know what timeline that was from or what happened there, but I am telling you, this was the craziest experience I've ever had in my entire life. And no, I'm not mistaking that for anyone else. I know what I looked like when I was younger. I know what haircut I had. I just sat there and I watched for like 2 whole seconds. I watched her interact with these babies, and she was the happiest that I've ever seen myself. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, how is this possible? Like, I don't understand this. Can somebody please explain this to me? Because this is blowing my mind. And, like, I'm scared right now. But I feel kind of at peace, if that makes sense. Like, I feel kind of like I got a little bit of closure, in a weird way. I am telling you that was me and my babies. Like, I'm telling you that was us.
Now, I don't want to dismiss her beliefs. I definitely truly believe that this person believes that they've seen themselves in Walmart from an alternate timeline, but I think I would have handled it a little bit differently if I would have thought that I seen myself from an alternate timeline. Why run away? Why not approach yourself and be like, hey, who are you? Or say, hey, are you me from another time? I mean, I guess the shock of it all could scare someone to run out and go home. But then to go online and ask for help or what it could possibly have been, I mean, you were right there. You could have asked that yourself. Let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. And have you ever experienced something similar? Because if I would see myself, I would have to ask.
This man was trying to record deer and he captured something much more terrifying on camera. This was taken in Liver's Edge, UK. Richard Cork was at work when he saw a group of deer in the woods next to his work site. He follows the deer as they run away, and then you see something terrifying hanging in a tree. Just watch. At the end of the video, there is a gray figure hanging from a tree in front of this man. He said at the time he did not see it. It wasn't there, but when he reviewed his video footage, he saw it. The figure's skin is a pale white, and it looks like it's wearing a trench coat, and it also has no feet. And if you look at the head of the figure, it has long hair, and it looks like it's blending in with the trees. Do you think this man just captured a spirit on camera? Whatever this thing is, it looks terrifying. What do you guys think about this? Let me know.
That is pretty disturbing looking, and you can see it slightly when he turns the video. You see it for a moment. Now, it could be pareidolia, but that really does look like someone's hands there as well. So that's either a photoshopped image or just, dang, what is that? Hey, if you haven't done so already and you're enjoying the show, give it a like. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. For everyone that's currently watching and or subscribed, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel.
So there's this AI program to where all you have to do is upload 1 minute of someone speaking. The AI learns how to best make the voice sound exactly like the person, and it's spooky. They're working on it to where you'll upload like 30 minutes of a conversation and you can go into each and every word and mess with the inflection to where it's exactly like someone's voice. But I want to talk about this because I saw this news interview and she said families should come up with a safe word for their kids. Reason was because there's this news interview where this mom said that she got a call and it was her daughter's voice, and she was saying, "Help, mom. Please help me. I'm scared." She was terrified. The mom started freaking out, and a man went on the phone, says, "I have your daughter. You send me $50,000 or this is going to happen." And you heard her daughter in the background screaming for help, and she was freaking out.
Yeah.
And what do
As
I do?
a parent
what do I
would.
do?
Yeah.
What do I do? And then her daughter came out from her bedroom and said, "Mom, what's going on?" And she was like, "What?" And so someone took her daughter's voice and then did the whole AI thing.
Yeah.
It's getting
Scamming people out of money and scaring people.
It's crazy.
Absolutely nuts.
I have actually, not to me personally, but something like this has actually happened to me fairly recently in my life. It wasn't towards me, but it was about me, and it was a call to my grandparent. It was a call about something, how I was going to jail or something like that, and it sounded like I was in serious trouble. But my grandfather, he's very old school, and he's only got like an old telephone. When he hung up with the person that was supposedly me going to jail, he called my cell phone and he checked. And that really surprised me. It's just something that does happen. I mean, I really enjoy using vocal modulators for entertainment purposes. Like, I've thrown different voice effects in my videos in the past, and people really get a good kick out of that. But to go out of my way and impersonate myself as someone else just to get money or to scare someone, that's a horrible way to use that type of technology. So be careful out there, and I agree. I do think that a safety word is a great idea for family and friends, one that they know specifically that this is a way to confirm it's you who they are talking to. And I get it, it's hard to remember a safe word if it sounds like your friend or your family members in distress on the other side of the line, but you guys do know to put up these safety precautions when the time comes.
I just ran this truck off of plastiline, 100% plastic waste. In this can here, I have plastiline, gasoline alternative that I made 100% from plastic waste. And what we have here is a beautiful vintage truck. And today, the 6th of April, 2025, I am about to put plastiline inside of a truck and run it for the first time in history. So, are we all ready? Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah. Plastic in the fuel. Yeah, make sure you guys get that pour. Does it smell different from gasoline? Yeah, it's different. So this is not gasoline that we just put in here. This is plastiline. Let's do it. Plastic in the fuel. Look at that, baby. Get that shot. Get the shot that it's going in. Get that shot.
I have been seeing this guy online for quite a few years now. There was one point in time where he disappeared for a while, and now it seems like he's back, and he's definitely got his machine more perfected. He's able to produce more plasti fuel than ever. It's really interesting. I'm pretty certain that plastic waste has been a thing before, and me personally, I think that that's a pretty good idea to have some kind of equipment that you can have at your house, allows you to burn, melt away all your plastic and disposables, and then it creates a certain type of fuel for you. You can use it in your lawnmower, weed eaters, leaf blowers, in this case a truck. I personally don't know how efficient it is, but it is a good way, in my opinion, to recycle at home and gain something for it. Something that's actually useful and can be repurposed.
The following footage is from a man who was exploring what was supposed to be an empty, abandoned home. Who used to live there was a priest who had recently died. He decided to check it out. And weird things were happening to him while he was doing his investigation, to the point to where he gets up and he leaves. It spooked him. When he turns around, he realizes there's somebody out on the balcony, and he thinks it's the priest. But not only does he see the ghost, but it terrifies him as the ghost was telling him to come back. Take a look at this. Tell me what you think.
Kan vi jo algo som está apareciendo ahí arriba. Yo creo que se para. Miren, se pone bien. Ahorita me estoy diciendo, ven. Ahí está parado. No les estoy mintiendo, ven. Estamos con la tapa. Es un lado white que me quedé en segundo. Está parado. Arriba, señores. Arriba.
This was caught on the coast of Florida in April of 2025 of some weird shape object that was just floating on top of the ocean. Now, it looks like to me, it looks holographic and it looks like there might be some type of beings on the inside. What could this really be? It looks fish shaped. I'm really still trying to figure out, could this be AI? Or could this just be some strange object could be like some type of anomaly? Let me know your thoughts and comment below.
Now, I was sitting here for a second trying to gather what that could be. And looking into the comments here, I'm pretty certain someone's got it boiled down. They say that it's an out of focus cruise ship. And now that I read that, I actually can see that. Could be wrong. Let me know what you guys think, but I do think that that might be an out of focus. But I do think that that could be an out of focus cruise ship.
An incredibly lucky fisherman just caught the rarest catch of them all. Richard West, a fisherman from Devon in the United Kingdom, set sail on a routine fishing trip south of Penzance when something unusual caught his eye when he was hauling his net in. Nestled among the day's catch was a small, gray Lego shark, looking surprisingly well preserved despite its long voyage through the ocean. This was the first time this fisherman had caught a Lego shark, but it's not just your average Lego shark. This shark has been lost at sea for almost 28 years, and it's the first of its kind ever to be found. You see, on February 13th, 1997, about 5 million Lego bricks were lost at sea when a rogue wave tipped a massive cargo ship dubbed the Tokyo Express. This event is now known as the Great Lego Spill. It is the worst toy-related environmental disaster of all time, and so many beachgoers have come across lots of pieces from the Great Lego Spill, but they were yet to find a shark. It's estimated that over 22,000 sharks were in the container, but because of their heavy weight in comparison to other pieces, they're known to sink rather than float, which explains why more have never been found. So could this be the rarest Lego piece to have ever been found?
I mean, I personally think that Legos should be naturally caught. I think it's disgusting on how they mass produce and package these poor creatures.
Kawasaki has just released the first look at their new hydrogen-powered horse. A robot horse. It's named Core Leo, and it was unveiled yesterday at the 2025 Osaka Kansai Expo. And while still only just a concept, the design of this thing is pretty insane. I mean, as their promo video shows, it's kind of the piece that you'd bring to run across a mountain on if you got brain rot, but you still want to hike. And forget handlebars, Core Leo moves purely based on vibes. I guess kind of like a real horse, it responds based on the human's body movements. So lean left, it moves left. Lean right, it steps right. But unlike a real horse, you've got a futuristic heads-up display giving you the full rundown on hydrogen fuel, directions to wherever you're trotting, and its rubber hooves give it enhanced grip and stability on both hard and soft terrains. Oh, and because it will be powered by a 150cc hydrogen-powered engine, it will be completely environmentally friendly. So the question is, does the world need a robot horse or not?
I mean, I don't think we need a robot horse, but that looks pretty cool. Could you imagine a future where we don't have vehicles anymore, not standard vehicles, but instead it's like the Wild West but in the future and we're riding things like that? I'm sure there's a book or a movie out there about that, but that sounds pretty awesome.
Stan's tour got a lot of media coverage. This led to offers from investors and oil companies and even the Pentagon.
Pentagon? Let me guess. That's when things went downhill.
Yup.
Oh, no.
In 1998, Stan was at a restaurant with his brother and a few Belgian investors. They were about to sign a multi-million-dollar deal, so they raised their glasses and made a toast to celebrate. Then Stan suddenly became violently ill. He ran out of the restaurant, fell down in the street, and started vomiting. His brother ran after him. Stan's final words were, "They poisoned me." But his death certificate doesn't reflect that at all. It says he was at lunch with officials from NATO and that he died of a brain aneurysm.
But if you read this statement, you can kind of tell that the coroner was already questioning whether he was actually poisoned or not, and just dismissed being poisoned as such a blatant lie and not true. I think a brain aneurysm is a very convenient way for somebody to die, and if they were poisoned, that can cause that.
Now, lots of people have heard of Stanley Meyer's water car. But what most people don't know is that the water-powered engine wasn't the only disruptive invention in Stan's garage. He also had a toroid-shaped...
Donut-shaped.
He had a donut-shaped electromagnetic device slapped with a national security order.
Hey, kind of just like that guy with the plasti gas. He needs to be careful before someone out there gets him.
Listen to this.
Look.
Listen to it. It's a giant hammerhead. And look on the back. Look on the back. Look, that's where it was attached.
Holy cow.
Yeah, like it went all the way through.
That's wild looking. That looks like a giant hammerhead,
yeah, it's
man.
flat on this side and it's pointed on this side.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get your finger caught.
No, don't get your finger caught in there.
This is broken
That's
off.
all
They were
metal.
using it.
That's iron.
It's an ancient freaking giant hammer because these giants had their own iron mines.
That's legit iron. There's a hole going all the way through. D on the side here. It's chiseled down. I mean, it does look like a giant hammerhead.
For a giant, right?
For a giant.
Yeah, for a giant.
And there's a giant megalithic wall right here, right behind us.
I'm getting Sleepy Hollow vibes from this video. This was actually captured on April 1st of 2025 by a CCTV camera in Tecate, Mexico. And it literally captures a ghostly man atop of a horse galloping by. You even hear it. Now, could this be an apparition, or is this some sort of glitch and it really is a man on a horse? Which would be odd? One, it's in the middle of the night. Two, it's in the inner city public streets. You're not typically going to see horses. Take a look at this footage. Tell me what you think. Comment below.
There's so much going on here, I don't even know. I can only assume that this can't be a real video. It looks like there's someone sitting on their steps maybe, and then a ghost horse running by with the sounds of a horse running. It's really crazy. I don't think it's real. Let me know what you guys think.
Two large statues have been discovered during the excavation of a tomb in Pompeii. The marble statues of a man and a woman shed new light on the power held by priestesses in the ancient city. The director of the archaeological park says the woman's adornments suggest she was more important than the man. The statues will go on display starting April 16th.
Nah, this is actually crazy. They really made a vape connected to a Tamagotchi that dies if you stop puffing.
It's a vape with a Tamagotchi inside of it, and if you do not hit the vape, the Tamagotchi will die.
It was made by students at a New York University event called the Stupid Hackathon. And actually, the original idea was that your virtual pet dies if you start vaping, so it helps you stop. But after they made it, they said, and I quote, "It'd kind of be funnier to be evil." So they reversed it. They even came up with a satirical backstory that says their products will help reverse the year-on-year decrease in kids vaping in America. I told you, wild. They called it the Vaporgotchi, and the pet's health is constantly falling, and it only gets a boost when and if you puff. So the question is this just a silly joke product that will never go to market? Or if it did, would people actually buy it?
I do not think that needs to exist. There's just some people out there that I know would buy that just to keep their Tamagotchi alive. I personally do not understand why smoking has to be fun and games or entertaining like that. That doesn't make any sense. But when I see things like that, it's probably time to end the video. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video. As always, I want to thank you for watching these clips with me. And with that being said, have a good day.